Conservative new media viewers, JLin fans around the world, LA Lakers fans around the world, what's up? It's me, PFE, Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert, and we're here to discuss the Lakers' 107-77 beatdown loss tonight to the Portland Trailblazers at Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. With the defeat, the Lakers dropped to 20-55 on the season. Blazers improved to 49-26 on this season. Let's go over the stats quickly here. The Blazers were led by reserve C.J. McCollum's 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. They also got 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists from point guard Damian Lillard. LaMarcus Aldridge, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Aaron Aflalo, 17 points. Turning to the Lakers, they had an excellent performance from Jordan Clarkson, probably his best all-around performance of his rookie season. 27 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Wesley Johnson, 11 points, 15 rebounds. Tarek Black, 10 points. Jabari Brown off the bench with 11 points. Dwight Bikes, who the Lakers just picked up a few days ago, he came off the bench for 8 points himself. JLin, who started 4 points in 25 minutes played, 1 of 9 shooting from the field, including the 0 of 1 from three-point range, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and Jeremy's plus-minus was a -6, which was actually the third best on the team. Tarek Black had a +4. Dwight Bikes had a +0. What happened in the game? What happened in the game was that Portland jumped on the Lakers in the first quarter. They outscored them by 14 points in that quarter. Lakers made the deficit to 13 points at halftime. They cut it down to 11 points going into the fourth quarter, and then they got crushed by 19 points in the fourth quarter. And basically, the game became garbage time or just meaningless with, maybe 7 or 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter as the Blazers just kind of pulled away. It was looking great. It was looking very thrilling at the end of the third quarter. Jordan Clarkson and the team had made a surge, but then Portland went on an 8-0 run to begin the fourth quarter, and that was the beginning of the end for the Lakers' chances in this game. How did Jeremy play? Jeremy shot the ball poorly again. He's clearly still sick, in my opinion, and in the opinion of others. This is the third straight game in which Jeremy has appeared to be affected by his sinus infection. And the way that it seems to affect him specifically is he does not seem to have his normal leg strength. So he's missing shots. A lot of them are being missed short. He does not seem to have the power in his legs to give him the normal lift on his jump shot and to finish shots around the rim. He just looks a little slow, a little bit tired, and his legs look weak. I'm not surprised at all. There's a lot of people that think Jeremy should be sitting out now still. There's certainly a case to be made for that. Here's kind of how it goes, though, in professional athletics. Usually, if you can play, you do play. In other words, there's a expectation that you're supposed to be tough and gut it out. So, Jeremy knows he's not at his best, but he probably has just kind of made a decision. Well, I got to do this. I got to fight through it. And that's what he's doing. Now, it's not helping his statistics a whole bunch, but it does help in that he looks like a more durable player and a player that's willing to play through some physical adversity. So, look, it's not that big of a deal. His numbers aren't being that affected. I mean, tonight's not going to help his PER much. He could go below 16.0 after this performance. I think there's a real chance of that. But overall, it's not that big of a deal. The main thing for him is to get his rest and work to overcome this sinus infection. And I was talking to somebody, Tommy Boy, on Twitter. I'm someone who's very prone to sinus infections, so I get them constantly. And Jeremy seems a little bit like that himself. If he continues to have issues with it, then who knows, maybe he'll go to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, or just, I don't know, maybe there's something that can help him out with it, just so he gets them a little less frequently, or some type of an anti-allergy medicine, or something like this. So sinus infections are very draining. They will sap your energy like almost no other type of infection will. So it's unfortunate. It happens. Guys in the league get sick all the time. It's just the way it goes. So Jeremy, he didn't shoot the ball well, but everything else he did pretty well. Now, he had 0 assists, but he had at least 3 blown assists in this game. Clearly, that I know I saw, and I might have missed a few others. He played really good defense. He had 1 blocked shot. He challenged several other shots. Early in the game, the Lakers were playing 0 defense, and Jeremy started to pick up the defense, and that spread throughout the team and helped the Lakers kind of get back into this game. And Jeremy himself was key to the Lakers making a push, I think, in the second and the third quarters. So he had an effect on the game, even though he didn't score very much and he didn't shoot very well. So he did what he could. It's not a night that's not going to look statistically very pretty. And the Lakers got beat pretty solidly. So I thought the Lakers overall, they got too stagnant on offense, too much isolation basketball, too much over-dribbling, and this type of thing. But look, we said in the video the other day after the Pelicans game that Portland was going to come into this game highly motivated and mad, and because they're in a playoff seeding chase. They're trying to get the best playoff seeding they can, and they played like that tonight. They had something to play for, whereas the Lakers only had individual stats or whatever to play for. And Portland, they kind of showed that and hung tough, and they did what they needed to do. Let's see. Let's talk about what was going on leading up to the game. First, let me just say happy Passover and not happy, but I guess solemn Good Friday to everybody that observes those holidays. The Lakers did sign Dwight Bykes to a 10-day contract since we last talked, I believe. He is a perimeter player, point guard. You saw him tonight. Look, he played well in the minutes that he got, so that's good to see. Wayne Ellington did separate his shoulder. I could just, when I saw Wayne Ellington grabbing his shoulder at the end of the Pelicans game, I knew something happened to him. It was like I figured it was a separation or dislocation, just the way he was holding it. And unfortunately, he did separate it, and he's out for the rest of the season. Jeremy, as we mentioned, he is still sick. Apparently, he told this to a fan yesterday, and it seems clear in his performance that he is still suffering from the illness, but he's going to try to fight through it. Now, today, including this game tonight, is the 23rd game of the Linsanity Prime mindset. Now, these last 3 games, it's almost like a sick leave from Linsanity Prime. So we can't completely judge Jeremy on these games. However, The good thing about the last two games is that Jeremy's turnovers have been really low. The only turnover he had tonight was he got stripped on a drive, which that's something that he still has to work on. We've talked about this before, and I'll go over it in a second. But so his turnover number per 36 minutes is going down, which is good. So even if the PER and other things are going the wrong way right now because he's sick, these other things are going the right way. So he's still playing smart, even if he's not able to play at his full capacity right now. Okay, let's go quickly over some selected quarter by quarter here. I should note that Jeremy did not play in the fourth quarter of this game, and I thought that was smart. Byron started the quarter with Jordan Clarkson and Jabari Brown because those two had made a good run at the end of the third quarter. So I think Byron wanted to keep going with them at the start of the fourth. Well, that didn't work out. But Byron never put Jeremy back in. And I think that's smart because Jeremy's sick. And Inspired California said that there was a report that Jeremy was taking medicine at the game. So look, he's sick. He's did everything he could. Just let him rest. And so I think that was a good decision by Byron. Okay, in the first quarter, Jeremy missed his first 3 shots. Then he had a blown assist to Tariq Black for a short jump shot. He came out of the game with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left, and the Blazers up 15-10. Okay, and at the end of the first quarter, as I mentioned, 26-12 for the Blazers. So they were fully in control early on here. Moving on into the second quarter, Jeremy was on the court with Jabari Brown. Then he had a nice hockey assist where he passed the ball to Jordan Hill, who then passed the ball out to Jabari Brown for a three-pointer. That was a nice play, real nice. Okay, then his fourth shot attempt, Jeremy was blocked. He's driving to the basket, and the shot was blocked. He wanted a foul call. He did not get it. Then he was fouled on a drive. He was driving along the baseline against Steve Blake, and he was fouled. Got 2 free throws, and he missed both of them. So again, it seems pretty clear Jeremy's not feeling that great. You're not going to see him usually miss 2 free throws in a row. Then he had 2 more blown assists, one to Carlos Boozer for a missed jump shot, and then another to Ryan Kelly for a missed three-pointer. This is the middle of the second. And then he had the one turnover of the game. He drove past C.J. McCollum, I believe, and then I think C.J. McCollum poked the ball away from Jeremy from behind. This is something that Jeremy has an issue with. It's not uncommon. This play happens in basketball all the time at all levels. You drive by the guy and he reaches around you and pokes the ball out. The way that you avoid this play is you shorten your dribble. I mean, you get a little lower to the ground. You keep the ball closer to your body. So right when you get by the guy, bring the ball a little closer to you, anticipating that he's going to try to reach around and take the ball away from you. And then once you're beyond him, then you can go into your little layups, steps, or you can kind of get a little more loose with the dribble or with the ball. But it's not a huge problem for Jeremy. It's something that he's going to want to continue to sharpen because it does still happen to him here and there. And guys are clearly looking to do it against him. So that's fine. He can work on it more this summer. He's improved it already quite a bit and just can continue to improve it as he moves forward. Then late in the second, Jeremy, he took a charge against Damian Lillard. It was a terrific play. And I thought that kind of started turning the defensive energy and the flow of the game towards the Lakers. At this point in time, nobody was playing defense for the Lakers. Nobody. Jeremy was trying, and then he finally had some impact with that play. I think what Jeremy kind of got into his head was, look, my shot's off, and Jordan Clarkson is kind of running the show, so I'm going to make something else happen. I'm going to try to make it happen on defense, and he did. So he definitely had a big impact on this game defensively. Then Jeremy missed his 5th shot of the game, so he was 0 for 5. This was a three-pointer attempt. Then he, I think this is when he got the blocked shot. Jordan Clarkson was stripped on a play, and then Portland was running down the other end. Portland was running down the other end, and Jeremy went to block the layup, and he fouled. I can't remember who he fouled, one of the guards. And so he almost blocked the shot clean, though. So, again, here he is kind of setting the tone defensively. And then I made the note that says, Lin, the only one playing defense for the Lakers. But it took a while for the Lakers to pick up the tempo on defense, but they started to do it because Jeremy Lin did it. So I was happy to see him impacting the game, even though he wasn't able to get much going offensively. Then Jeremy missed his 6th attempt of the game. It was a jump shot that was just slightly off. Wes Johnson came in and grabbed the ball out of the air and dunked in to follow. That's known as a tip dunk. Kind of like a tip in, like the ball comes out of a missed shot and you tip it back in. Well, this is the same thing except you dunk it in. So that is referred to as a tip dunk or follow-up dunk, whatever you want to call it. Okay, then I thought Jeremy got a steal, but he did not. I think it was just a rebound that was outlet to him. And now the Lakers started to make a comeback. So they were down earlier in the quarter. They were down by 25 points. And in this last 4 minutes of the quarter, the combination of Jeremy Lin's defense with Jordan Clarkson's offense cut the lead down to 13 points. So basically, in 4 minutes left in the second quarter, the Lakers cut the deficit in half. And those two were the main factors. And like I said it on Twitter, Jeremy had a huge impact on this game, even though he didn't score much. And so that was, like I said, you got to find other ways to contribute, and that's exactly what he did. Okay, moving on in the third quarter. He got his 3rd foul of the game. Portland came out of halftime, and they were determined early on that they were going to try to go after Jeremy Lin on defense. And because Jeremy was playing shooting guard, so he was matched up against Aaron Aflalo. Aaron Aflalo's a pretty big, strong guy. And so what they did was they went to Aaron Aflalo on post-ups 2 times in a row. First time he got a foul on Jeremy, got 2 free throws, and then the second time I think he either missed it or passed the ball out. But they definitely went to that immediately. So Jeremy did what he needed to do. Then Jeremy had his only basket of the game. He was drifting towards the right baseline, got the pass, and shot a nice little soft jump shot that hit the rim, went off the backboard, and went back in the basket. That was an excellent decision by him, and it was a good play. So at that point in the game, he was 1 of 7 shooting from the field, and he had 2 points. Then Jeremy got the block in transition. Portland had the ball. They were racing on a fast break. Jeremy ran down, and he was able to make the block. So like I said, he was playing terrific defense right now. Then he missed another shot, and then Jeremy got a defensive rebound in the paint, so he was like where the big men usually are. And then you could see Jeremy, he got fouled by one of the Portland players afterwards, and you could see he was pumped up. He was fired up. He kind of like slapped the ball or something. You could see he was completely engaged now. He was into it and into the action. And at this point, Portland's lead was still 13 points or so. So the Lakers were making a push. They were hanging around. Okay. Then, right after that, or soon after that, moving on to the middle of the third, Jeremy got another defensive rebound, and he took the ball and went all the way. He went coast to coast, is what the expression is called. That means that you get the rebound. Usually it means you get the rebound. Although you could just get a pass. Somebody could rebound it and pass it to you, and you're close to the basket. You go from one end to the other end with the ball in your hand. So you get it from the opponent's basket, and you go down to your basket, and you try to score or do something. So this is what Jeremy did. He got the defensive rebound, went coast to coast, looking to score his own layup, and he was fouled on the play. He made both free throws, and I put energy is up. So Jeremy he's firing up the team here. One of the Lin trolls that I wouldn't respond to tonight, even though they were seeking attention, was teasing me about, I said that Jeremy got the energy of the defensive energy of the team up. And he's like, well, he's not even on the court. Well, yeah, because by the time he went and left the court, he had impacted the team and got them to start playing defense. That's how it works. Or that's how it can work. You don't have to be on the court to have, you can you can light the fuse. You don't have to be on the court when the explosion goes off. But that doesn't mean that you didn't light the fuse. So this is what Jeremy was doing at this point in time. I put Jeremy got the team to play defense. Now, finally, the Lakers started to play defense, and it was because of Jeremy Lin. And if I was Byron Scott, I would have said to the guys, look, you guys got to start playing like Jeremy's playing on defense. And maybe that's what he did. Whatever it was, they started doing it. Jeremy's the guy that led the charge. Then he missed his 8th and final field goal attempt of the game. It was like a 20-foot jump shot. I didn't see it, actually. Like I said, the legs just aren't there. I noticed this. As I mentioned earlier, I can't remember who the opponent was. So this game was against Portland. Last game was against the Pelicans. Jeremy took 2 games off. And then the game before he took the 2 games off, his jump shot was off in that game. I thought it was against the Raptors, but it wasn't. You could see it, and that's when the sickness really started to be affecting him. His legs just weren't there on the shot, and that's what it looked like tonight. So it happens. I mean, it's just got to work through it or rest or both or whatever. Okay, then with the score 64-49 or so the Lakers were down 15. So they were down 13 at the half, and they had basically kept the game close here for the first 6 minutes and 10 seconds of the third quarter. At that point in time, Jeremy went out of the game, and that would be the last that he played in this game. And then, as soon as he went out, the game started going away from the Lakers. But then they did make a surge back at the end of the third quarter, with Jordan Clarkson kind of leading the way. So Jeremy went out, teams down 15. The lead then got to like 19 or something for Portland. But by the end of the third quarter, the Lakers had cut it back down to 11 points. So things looked promising. Things look like they might work out. So moving on in the fourth quarter, then again, Jeremy's night was over. And then, as I mentioned earlier, Portland began the quarter on an 8-0 run. That took the lead from 11 points back up to 19 points. And now the rout was basically on. The lead would then go from 19 points all the way up to like 32 points. Jeremy never came back in, which I think was a perfectly good decision from Byron Scott. And as I mentioned, we were basically in garbage time. Garbage time, just as I said, it means that the game's over, but you still have to play because there's still time left on the clock. But essentially, the game's over, and both teams know it, and they're just kind of playing out the clock, essentially. Yeah, so with 7 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game, Portland was up by 25 points. So the game was over at that point in time, and that was right in the midst of garbage time at that point. And that was it. Blazers win 107-77, and that's another defeat for the Lakers. Also of note, Robert Sacre was put in at the start of the fourth quarter. So for many people, including myself, once you saw Robert Sacre come in the game, you thought, well, maybe Byron really doesn't want to win. maybe this is a tank situation. And whether that's the case or not, it certainly worked out that way in the end. Okay, the next game coming up is 2 days from now, and that will take place here in the United States, Sunday, April 5th, at Staples Center, and it will take place against the crosstown rival Los Angeles Clippers. The game is officially a home game for the Lakers, and I say that because the teams, both LA teams, play at Staples Center. So one of them has to be home, and one of them has to be road. This is a designated Lakers home game. Again, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time. That means the game will take place Monday, April 6th at 9:30 a.m. in China, Taiwan, and the Philippines. Here in the United States, the game will take place on NBA TV, the network, and the two teams will be playing games against each other consecutively. So the next two games the Lakers play will be against the Los Angeles Clippers. And as I said before the Portland game, these next three games could be pretty ugly from a Lakers perspective. Portland needed to win this game, and they did resoundingly. The Clippers are also in a playoff seeding chase. They are trying to get the best position they can in the playoffs. So they're going to come in looking to do quite well. Also, where the Clippers are involved, the Clippers have a long-standing kind of little brother syndrome with the Lakers. And at least since Doc Rivers has become the coach of the Clippers, whenever they play the Lakers, they seem to go all out, like run up the score. So I would imagine that you're going to see that mentality in the next two games as well. For the Lakers, it's up to them to try to stop that. If you don't want the score run up, then don't let them run up the score. But we could be seeing some lopsided scores over the next two games. Is probably the shortest way that I can put it. Look, that's about it. Just wrapping up. It's great the way Jordan Clarkson played, although I don't think he played a little. He over-dribbled at times. He kind of got out of the offense a bit. That's my one complaint about him. And early on, his defense wasn't that good. Damian Lillard was basically torching him. But then Jordan did play better defense later in the game. And he's a rookie. He's learning. He still played great, and he put up good numbers. So I credit to him. The Lakers, they weren't disciplined in this game. The offense wasn't disciplined. They got too disjointed, too much ISO ball, and so on. As far as Jeremy, look, he played. The game's done. Now he can rest up. If he's taking antibiotics, he can keep taking antibiotics. And although, as Linspired CA pointed out, it's possible the sinus infection is viral. So if it's viral, then antibiotics aren't going to help. You just got to wait it out and use steam and whatever else just to kind of heal yourself up. But he played. He was tough. He got through the game. Let's move on to the next game. Hopefully his legs and his respiratory system will feel a little bit better for the next game. So that's about it. And for the Lakers, they lost. So that helps them in terms of positioning for the lottery pick and so on. Okay, that's about it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Your comments below. Thanks to Gary Chen for the artwork you're looking at right now. In the video description below the video player, we'll have information so you can learn more about Gary Chen. You can go check him out on Facebook. And also you can go and check out information about the Jeremy Only Lin Garden fan group, which Gary Chen is a member of. We'll put in the video description information for highlights about this game, so you can check that out. And finally, information will be in the video description, how you can come and join the Conservative in the Media Facebook group, and how you can come and follow us on Twitter. We love talking to everybody on Twitter, and we're on there quite a bit, so we'd love to have you come and follow us, and so we can talk with you as well. Once again, I am PFE, Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative Media. We strive to be the #1 Jeremy Lin YouTube fan channel. Yes, I am, as most will know, kind of muted right now to try to be nice to my neighbors who have a small girl. So that's why I'm so quiet right now. Well, hopefully that won't be the case next season. We'll see. I'm not sure how that's all going to work out right now, but we'll see. Look, it's I like the way Jeremy played tonight. He played with effort. He doesn't have his legs right now. And he's kind of, not only does he not have his legs on his shot, he's a little bit out of rhythm right now. So you can see Jordan playing with rhythm. He's kind of in the flow, in tune with what the offense is doing. And Jeremy's lost his rhythm a bit. It's not a surprise. It's not a huge deal. What do we have now? 7 games left, something like that. Just let's move on to the next game. Hopefully Jeremy's feeling better, and let's just take it from there. And that's it. We're coming to a conclusion in this Lakers season that I think has a good chance of being Jeremy's only season with the Lakers, at least at this point in his career. And let's just play it out, and we'll go from there. Okay, hope everybody has a great night or great day wherever you are around the world when you're watching this video. Again, have a nice holiday weekend. Hope everybody does that celebrates the holidays that are taking place this weekend. Take care. We'll look for you in the comments, and we'll talk to you again soon.